Okay, guys, let's talk quickly about how to utilize the system. Let's say you have your names list and you're going to run down the series of names and you're going to be calling people on that list and with a very brief phone call, and it would go something like this in the mini blitz format. Say your name's Bob and we're calling Sue. Bob calls Sue. Hey, Sue, do you have a second? Sure, Bob, what do you have? Well, listen, Sue, I only have a second, but the reason I'm calling was I had some information I wanted to run by you, and I wanted to confirm your email address or the appropriate email address that I would need to send this to. And Sue would give Bob the email address, and Bob would close the call quickly by saying, listen, I got to run, but look for me to give you a call. Is this a good time to call you back in the next day or two to make sure that the email made it through the system, so that it gives you a great way to follow up quickly? Then you get that time set, then close the call, say, great, got to go. Probably could do this within a minute. Come to this system now with Sue's name, place her first name here, her email address, her last name here. Now, if it's a warm market contact, which most of these will be, you won't need to do anything other than put your first name here. However, if at some point you're using in-depth leads, people down in your organization you're trying to follow up with, or opt-in leads, you would want to complete this field by putting both your first and last name here. Complete your email address, your phone number. Now put your team website or your company website here. Your URL for your personal website will go here, and then the first intro link. This is going to be the first link that your prospect will see. It could be a video prospecting link, or it could be a team link that's used to introduce your program to people here. And then the second link automatically has a default mechanism in that it goes to a webinar link. The conference call email comes out a little bit later in the series that includes link number 2, and that conference call link would include this webinar live, so that the individual could simply just click on the link that particular day for that conference call and could access the webinar through there. So that's why that's in there. Now let's note a couple things that we want to not lead with our home site or website. This is going to come out in the email about number 4 or 5, primarily because we want the first intro link to take us directly to the content we want them to see without them having to try to navigate through a broader base of information like a home site. We're going to use the home site as a follow-up tool. So we kind of flip-flop that and lead with your primary intro link and then utilize the home site as the follow-up link, and this series of emails will do just that. And that's basically all you've got to do. Now you're ready to go. You've got all the appropriate information. Click on subscribe, and once you subscribe it, you're going to get a confirmation page to let you know that Sue's information has been inset. Now, in instances where you made several calls off of your warm market list and you want to get the information input, you can simply click on the go back button to inset the other names of those people that you called that particular day, and you would just go back up here, and as you return from the go back button on the confirmation page, you're going to find that all of the information generally is still in play here. So to expedite the process and not have to go back and complete all these fields again, please use that go back button. Then if you have a guy named Ricky, this time take Sue's name out, put Ricky's name, Ricky's email address, and Ricky's last name, and keep all of the information the same. Now, if you're using a video prospecting tool, then you're going to need to put the appropriate video prospecting URL that you set up for Ricky. You don't want to use the same one for Ricky and Sue. That's not going to work. However, you could then ultimately, if you're using another URL outside of the video prospecting tool, you could actually allow that to continue to be the information in that field, and all of it will be the same, and then resubscribe and then do it again. So basically that's how that works, and that you would be able to quickly get your information and get your people into the pipeline process, and this is a very, very effective way to keep your people in front of your information.